Oh, oh, hello, my sweet. So won't you come with me? There's oh so much to show in this grimdark distillery. So if you like bullshit or want some hobby tips, this nightmare priest nigh unbinary hellworld magnificent welcomes you. Hello, my sweets. Hi, Roz. Hi, Possum. Eli, opinion on gas station food. I don't fuck with it too much. So, I'm typically the driver, while Kelly gets to be passenger princess forever. Um, so, I don't eat much while I like drive, uh, with the exception of like some like crunchy foods and stuff like that. Like I like snacks and chips and stuff like that from a gas station, but typically I'm not getting food like warmed food that was prepared at the gas station. Um, 7-Eleven ice cream goes nuts. And they used to have pretty decent chicken sandwiches. I would get sweet and sour sauce and hot sauce and make a little abomination sandwich. That does sound like a little abomination sandwich. I like it, but that does sound horrifying. A little bit. A little horrifying. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this. No, no, Eli. You have to walk to the gas station for food. I don't think I live in a big enough city for that, y'all. I mean, there's a gas station. Okay. Well, no. I've never, like, where I live, I've never walked to a gas station to get food. Now, other places, yeah. Like, visiting bigger cities, that kind of stuff. There is a gas station within walking distance. Um, if I'm walking to the gas station, I'm just gonna walk to like one of the places that has like better food for like the same price almost. Like where I live, it's all a matter of where you are. But I mean, now road trips and shit. Yeah, I got to be really hungry, and typically I'm a hungry little monster. Once I get hungry, so I'll eat anything. What is the population of your city, bro? So it's not so much that it's like, oh, we have a really small city. It's how it was like laid out. Let me see. What's the population of our town? Population. Let's see. Do we have anything as an official population of around 32,000? Yes, there's about 32,000. Well, okay, according to worldpopulationreview.com, 35,353. So, hmm. Okay, common populations of urban settlements for a city or town between 1,500 and 50,000. So, yeah, it's still a city, but it's not a big city. Now, let's see, how big is Louisville? How? Okay. Yeah, okay. So, I live like kind of like I'm in a 49,000 and I have a gas station within a half mile. So, yeah, like it's not so much that, I mean, there is absolutely a gas station within a half mile, but it's going to be a really pain in the ass to get to. Like, and I say that it's just I don't walk to the gas station. That's it. I'm sorry, Possum and Ross. Like not driving is not an option where I live. Greg said that it was a sprawling metropolis when they were here, and I think that it's because it does not. We have it's big. It's just not condensed. Like I don't know. I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. It's not like Louisville though. Like Louisville is like a much bigger city. We have like what was it, 35,000 people. Whereas yeah, it was 35,353. Louisville's population, which is Louisville's about 30 minutes north or an hour, depending on where you go in Louisville, because it's fucking big. Has a population of 782,969 in 2020. 2025, it says that it's 643,033. So it somehow went down? I don't know if I believe that. Who knows? But yeah, I don't live in a big city. I don't live in a small town. It's just an average sized city, I think. But it's extremely centrally located. So I've always enjoyed where I lived because of the distance. It's very centrally located to where I would want to go. Cost of living is lower because it's Kentucky. This man doesn't know the joy of walking to 7-Eleven partway through a game night for food and energy drinks while jamming some tunes with friends. That's some Bowling Green shit. So like, E-Town's also like, Elizabethtown is not a college town. Like Bowling Green is a college town, and that's all about that life. So like, whenever it's like, oh okay, I'm gonna walk somewhere at like late at night and get food. Oh wait, no, fuck me. I'm sorry. I completely forgot there is a pizza place, like a gas station that has these like little pizza pockets that are really fucking good. I fuck with that. I fuck with that real hard. They're real good. Yeah. Again, I can't walk there though. I would not, yeah, where I am currently. I would not be able to walk anywhere other than the brewery. I say not be able to walk anywhere. The closest gas station to me, I'm not gonna walk there and get food. It's just not. I don't even go to that gas station. So, but yeah, like Bowling Green is a college town. So like, if you were around the campus, there is a gas station within walking distance of every house, pretty much near. Just say you hate walking, bro. I don't hate walking. I actually walked. We walked a whole bunch the other day. Yeah, the day that my buddy Drew and Doug and Matt, when they came in. Also, I don't think I mentioned that, but it was very funny. I'll get to that in a second. What Matt did that I laughed very hard. But yeah, no, we walked down to Flywheel, which is the brewery, and it's, I'd say, less than half a mile. And then from there, we walked further. My town's just the downtown area. I'm very close to downtown. There's not really any gas stations in the downtown area, so it's easier and quicker for me to walk somewhere that has really good food for like $1 or $2 more than I would pay at the gas station. It's just that. Now, if a gas station was closer and had better food, absolutely. But no, we walked a lot the other night. My little leggies were very tired. I've never had as tired leggies as when we went to go visit the Wires, though. Hot damn. Baltimore, baby, everybody walks apparently. So much walking. My little leggies were so tired. The funny thing that Matt did though, and I had a pretty good laugh about this, with no context whatsoever. That's the key part. He pretty much, we were just sitting there, he was like, man, I miss you guys so much, blah, blah, blah. And he just took a picture of me and then he sent it to his wife with no context. And what makes that funny, we've never met. She's never met me. I haven't seen Matt in 20 years. So she was just like, who is this? And he was like, that's Eli. She was like, Eli. And he was like, it's Eli. And then she was just like, sent one of those memes that was just like, what? And he was like, yeah, no, I'm never going to tell her who you are. I was like, good. Don't ever tell her who I am. Also, don't ever show that picture to the kids. Don't let them know that man's existing. I hope that he never told her who I was. I could only hope. I do like just being used to randomly just be like, hey, here you go. It's just a guy. Red Wet Eli. It's me. What the fuck? Why is that so? We're gonna figure this thing out. Don't worry. I got this. So, there's that. Here's this. Do I need to drop this down a little bit? That's red, wet, not a diddler, Eli. Red, wet, not a diddler skeleton. I do hate that it's just like, oh yeah, hey. Other than being like, yeah, I'm really not down with diddlers. I feel like saying, oh yeah, not a diddler. Definitely makes you sound like a diddler. Not. Can't stress that enough. What the fuck was I doing? Oh yeah, we're working on this head. This little kitty head. It's good. It's good. We got to do these, sculpt these horns. We'll probably not do the teeth at the same time as the horns. I'm thinking, what would be better spent time today? Teeth, horns, probably teeth. Let's finish these teeth up, babies. We're going to use a very small piece of film. Not film. Yeah, film. Foil film, whatever you want to call it. I feel like I have a lot to show. So yesterday, before I get into that, yesterday I spent pretty much the day cleaning and organizing. I'll go ahead and show you this before we get into it. I have once again rearranged this cabinet. I know that this seems crazy to keep going back and forth. However, I thought I should probably break things down. And the whole reason that I'm going over this and why I'm talking about it, I've said, oh hey, I'll do a tour. That means I got to get all my shit cleaned up and together. So it's been good forcing myself to clean, because I really do want to be more efficient. But essentially this is everything. All my bits are down here, as opposed to having to go over there. So when I need to build something, I just open up this cabinet. There we go. The only exception is scratch building, like scenery, big stuff. I still have big stuff over there just because there's no reason to put it in here. Let's see. Reorganize the entire crawl space. You guys can't see that, but that's what I did yesterday. It sucked. I, pulled everything out, got it reorganized, so now it's like easy to get up in there and to get whatever I need. I can still access all of my guitars, all of my music creating stuff, and I have the game tables that I have some fold-out tables that are now set up. I've got a little thing that holds them vertically so they don't take up as much space. It's solid. Cleaned up over in the studio. So yeah, I'm thinking to, next week it should look good. Good enough to do a tour. Anyway, that's the plan. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, I started working on some stuff for Necropolis, and I'm pretty pleased with those. I don't think I have anything that's really ready to show that I'm really happy with, so we'll just get to it. But yeah. 16 minutes of me just yapping away. Sorry about that. That's a piece of little watch. How'd that get there? Didn't it? Okay, metal. So we got our little metal foils. Snips, scissors, if and you will. Can we... Yeah, that's good. I think that's good. The other option is above here, and that's just not enough light. So we're gonna go right there. Is that what we want to do? I hate that being in the lens, like in the camera. But oh no, 16 minutes of the content we're here for. Whatever will we do? I love you all. You're so great. Oh no, we have to listen to you yap. Done driving, can't comment. I brought up the gas station food because I grabbed a brekkie burrito while gassing up just now, and it was decent. My hometown is like 3 college plus 1 community college. Yeah, so like we have a community college, like a technical college, and that's the other like fucked up part. It's like, oh well, a college town. Literally, I can see the college from my backyard. Like it's right across, like the bypass, up on this big hill. There's no gas station like within a half mile of the college, that's for sure. But it's a community college, technical college. Now Louisville, yeah, Louisville's exponentially bigger. You've got the U of L. Western has Western's in Bowling Green. That's where. And then UK. So UK, U of L, and Western are like three colleges that I think of when I think of Kentucky. All roughly within an hour of where I live. So, yeah, we live. My county is pretty much, my city is like in the dead center of central Kentucky. So everything is typically an hour away. Community college ain't what anyone talking about. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just mentioned 3 colleges and then a community college. So I was just like, we've got a community college. That's it. Yeah, U of L. I mean, U of L, Western, Lexington, like any of those colleges. Like, yeah, there's gas stations fucking everywhere. And the majority of like hanging out around a college town that I've done is going to be in Bowling Green. A lot of my friends went to Bowling Green, to Western Kentucky. It's a party college. I think everybody who knows about it knows that about it. Let's see. We were doing teeth. 0 colleges, community or otherwise, in my city. Oh snap! You're also like, I'm like in Kentucky, guys. Like the amount of like, well, how do you even live there without having a big old Turk? Like, we are a city surrounded by rural, like just rural areas. Yes, agreeing. I gamed on Indiana State's campus during high school and just posed. I'm out of the way of everything and everyone hates coming here. Oh no. That's not true, possum. Well, I know you have to drive a good distance to get to like to go to game places and stuff. I guess that's also like why whenever like the Wires came and how like impressed they were by our game store, I was very proud because it's just like I don't live in a big town, a big city, but the guys that run our local gaming store really give a shit. So I love them. I need to put their patch on my battle vest. I need to put a couple patches on my battle vest. I still got that real silly little possum guy that I got to put on there. Little possum jester. I don't have to put a 28 patch on though. He, because it was already there. Man, I'm really happy with how this little kitty head turned out. But we're going to get a little bit more going on here. Little teefies. So you've got little teefies, 'cause you're just a kitty boy. Hey kitty boy. Okay. Where the hell's my other super glue? There it is. Yeah, I was gonna say I think I might have something to show you guys from Grebo and Greblin, but I don't. And I don't want to show the Necropolis stuff. Oh, here's one thing. I think we're going to do a hobby hang tonight. Cali, San Diego. Oh, Cali driving hell got you sectioned off. And the city, and then on the further side from the freeway entrance. Oof. Absolutely nothing in it of no value. Yeah, I get that. I get that vibe. So, Kentucky's... Yeah. I'm trying to think of other than like rural, it's a small city, absolutely. We leave our city to go other places to do things. So that's awesome. That is pretty much the kind of like city that I live in, with the exception that in the past like 6 years, it has started to really kind of like boom. Like we didn't have a bar my entire life until I think like 2013. I think 17. Sorry, 2017 is I think when the first bar opened up in E-Town. Until then, it was a quote-unquote moist county, which meant that you could have beer or a drink at a restaurant, but no alcohol could be sold. I'm really in the Bible Belt. Which is, I mean, that kind of explains some things. But we got a lot of those really fun hell is real signs on the interstate. Like, pretty much if you are within an hour of where I live, you will see crazy ass signs like that. That's going to be too much. We're going to want to go with a little bit smaller. So I'm going to put that there. And that should be just enough super glue to keep that where I want it. But yeah, tonight we are going to do an evening hobby hang as opposed to let's play. Our only claim to fame is some of the people from Blink-182 went to high school here. That's fun, actually. That's really fun. Who? Which ones? Eli, you're insane. This head is so good. Oh, thank you. Thanks, buddy. I tried to call you back. You called, and I was doing the morning routine stuff, cleaning up where I stopped working on Necropolis things this morning, and went to go make coffee before coming back to do this. But thank you so much. Yo, Pitts Peak. Thank you, Adam. Also, welcome. Good to have you guys here. So yeah, we're gonna put these little teepees there. I was driving and trying not to scratch my neck apart. Oh, hell yeah, I get that. Also, sorry you're so itchy. Sorry I made you so itchy. It was me. I'm the one. I'm gonna make you itchy. Okay, that's good. Snip, snip, snip. No! It's okay, don't worry, I got it. I found it. It's just a little piece of foil, like maybe a millimeter. Boop, 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 boop. Ba ba da ba da ba ba. Something like that. Feel like I had something fun to tell you, but I don't remember. Yeah, I was gonna say I've made some progress on one of my Necropolis warbands, but I'm gonna wait to kind of show that I think tonight. That way I can get more done to it. Fuck. We are going to put that back. I have got to go get some more zip kicker today. We are almost out. That needs to be drilled again. It's come pulled out just a little bit. Can't believe I have shingles wild. Yeah, that's awful. I'm so sorry, buddy. So how many models did you make already? Like most? So I made 6 warband lists. They range between 2 and I think 4 models. I don't think any of them have more than 4. I'll double check though. The one that I'm really, I might just show them because I'm pretty pleased. And I'm excited to kind of keep working on them. It's not that I'm not, loving the Beastmen, but I am trying to do the majority of this work where I can show it. So I'm really happy with how it's turned out though so far. This little shaman. Really happy with all of them, how they've all kind of turned out so far. They're definitely going to look like what we're wanting. Some nightmare kitty boys. Everybody needs some nightmare kitty boys in their lives. Yeah, that's so good. Look at you go. I'm gonna grab those. Back to work, Mega Itch Day. Bye, buddy. Love you. I'll have 7 to choose from. That's I've got 1 model left in our ready list. So yeah, that's a good amount of models. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. So most of mine have between 2 and 4 is where mine are. I was gonna show these. So I'm pretty pleased with these so far. I also really liked the numeric because there are 3 of them. So this is a mini by, I'm gonna scooch this right quick. Why is my lighting so silly today? So these are based on a model from Distillery. I want to say a Reaper, Harvester. It's a Harvester. So Harvester, I removed the head of the weapon. It was too damn big. I'm not a big fan of that. And I changed out their heads. And we are going to fill in some of these seams, and we'll probably end up changing out the cloth and adding our own. But I really liked the visual style of them, I guess. They're very tall, very lanky, so they are going to be for my my covenant of the hands. Is it the embalmed hands? The entombed hands? It's whatever the one. It's blood. Yeah, the embalmed hands. It is one revenant and then 2 aberrant husks. But they all are equipped with a 2-handed polearm and light armor. I'm pretty pleased with how they look so far. We're going to do some filling in of those, and we're going to we might honestly get rid of the butt of these and change that out. But we've got to get them some little heads for their 2-handed polearms. To give you a scale comparison, here is one of the liches. Here's one of the liches from Necropolis, which I absolutely love that sculpt. They are a good amount taller. Very, very tall, very stretched, very lanky. I really like it. It's good. I think good for a Revenant and for aberrant husks. To give another example, here is another aberrant. Here's an aberrant husk. So tall, lanky. I also really like it. The body, the stance, all of it, how it's holding it, really reminds me of a sick drawing from Necropolis's rulebook. Now let me see if I can just find it for you real quick, because now that I've said it, I want to show you, because it's really good. I love Martin's artwork. Also, man, I fucking love those little orb holders. Very, very good. Very silly. Very cute. So maybe I'm just making this up off the top of my head. I don't think I am. I still need to roll for a lair, and I need to put names to them. Yeah, maybe I'm making this whole thing up. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm thinking of this. Where'd it go? Yeah, I think in my head I was mixing this. thinking about that. And then, of course, that. Very good. Very good. Love that Martin work. Those are the ones I was thinking of off the top of my head. So, a little bit different posed, but I think they're going to be very good for what I'm wanting. Poor itchy Shankly. Let's dial that camera back in, baby. There we go. That's it. That's what his little teefies look like. Let's grab that sharper knife. Honestly, I need to change that blade. And I like that these teeth still kind of look like right in the back. I was hoping that would stay. Happy little accident while sculpting yesterday. Now, right now, I am just removing the film foil. I keep saying film. Removing that foil off of those music wire rods where the little teeth are. That way, they are not the same height that the canines come out a little bit further. We're going to need to add more super glue in that hole. Super glue that hole. Okay. And then these little teefies. Gonna do the same thing. I got censored? What? Muscarin no longer being called Muscarin is my Nyla. What is it called now? I'm so upset right now. You just upset me. What is it? What is it? Moss weave? Why did he change that? Well, I'm curious. Possum, were you alive for 9/11? Yuri didn't stop it. Could have. Chose not to. That's a joke. Yuri had nothing to do with 9/11. That I know of. I think it was an Underworlds or Warcry thing. Apparently GW used Mosscairn as the name of something and Martin changed the name. Okay. Well, that honestly is a little bit better. But again, we come back to GW taking things. They took everything from me. I'm a 93 kid. Okay. A 93 kid. I only asked just because some people were not here. Yuri, I don't think Yuri was born for 9/11. Which is wild because we were just like, Yuri, why didn't you tell us? Well, I wasn't alive. That's a pretty good argument. Let's see. Let's go ahead and grab another blade. Put in our other knife. Gotcha. Well, that wasn't a... Were you even alive? It was just more of a... Wouldn't 9/11 be your 9/11? But I get it. I get where you're coming from. I wish this was not broken. I also wish I knew where the fuck my other knife was. But I do love these display knives. They are just a different tool. Definitely The disc bay knives are definitely one for precise work, whereas these are beaters. Like just, I'm thinking that's good, and I don't know if I want to. I do. We know who I am. Let's quit fucking around, Eli. Is that foil or is that... That's not foil. This is foil. So, we want some whittle teefies in there, and we want them to be roughly the right size, but we're mainly just doing this to try and have something for the green stuff to cling to. So how much of that do we need? Probably, yep, okay, that's what I thought. I would say I didn't really understand what was going on. Oh, yeah, same. I mean, well, I was 5 years your senior, and I also did not fully. Son of a bitch. Okay, we're gonna have to. Fuck it, we're just gonna sculpt them. I don't want them to make little teeth all day. I think the front teeth, back teeth, that's gonna be the only ones I'm gonna really put the effort in to glue the foil. I think the rest, just like these, we'll probably just sculpt. I don't think it's gonna be worth the time. These antlers, I think, need to be drilled a little bit further in. I would say that I would do that after I finish the mouth, because I'm probably gonna keep bumping them, but I do not want to lose where they were. And I'm afraid that I will forget if I do not keep them glued in there while we're doing this. All right, let's get some green stuff, babies. Almost done with that coffee, though. Bam. Not yet. Hard double take there. Barrel number 3 is done. Hey, there's some green stuff I forgot to put up yesterday. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Get out of here, Lich. What are you doing? You're crazy. Crazy Lich. Oh boy. Is there anything else over here I needed to tell you guys about, show you guys, anything like that? No, just been cleaning. My coat rack looks absolutely insane. I change my clothes all day throughout the day. Constantly. Going from hot to cold, so you know how it is. Let's do some sculpting. Bum, 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 bum. Let's do some sculpting. Bum, 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 bum. Where's Mowgli? I'll say I didn't realize. That's why he's so proud. He'd be proud. I think Mowgli would be proud. I hope so. Mowgli is not. Is Mowgli sick? Where's Mowgli? Mowgli, I drank all my coffee and it's 8:44. Tell me I'm good. Tell me I'm good. Just tell me I'm good. Man, that'd be a weird. Is there an ASMR for like balloon blowing kind of shit? Are people in? Is that a thing people like? Just essentially ASMR clowns. Is ASMR clown a subset of ASMR like people? Just fucking rubber. Just making balloon animals. That's probably right. That's a thing. That's a thing. That's a thing. You all don't have to answer. Probably. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely. Somebody out there really likes balloon noises. I'm not knocking it. You do you, boo. Something people love clown girls. So that's, yeah, the moment that I said that, I was like, well, there's clown girls. And then I was like, well, yeah. Clown girls, I get it. The attraction to Pennywise, I do not get it. I'm not yucking anybody's yum. I don't understand the attraction to Pennywise. And I can understand a lot of pretty weird shit. Again, not judging. I'm just, I don't get it. Something. People love clown girls. That's probably the right amount. We're doing real small. This is a small batch green stuff build. That top shelf shit. That's good. It's not 50-50 perfect, but it's close enough. It's not going to make a difference what we're doing. Get my gloves nice and moisturized. I feel like I heard or read a paper talking about the link between horror and eroticism and how the brain works, but I can't remember shit about it. Well, if you do, let me know, because that sounds like something that I would love to read. But yeah, I would assume that they're definitely. So if that's in response to why people are attracted to Pennywise, that actually kind of makes sense. But I'm sure the answer lies in there somewhere. Yeah, no. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, clowns. Clowns have always been they've definitely gone further into the horror realm as years go, but they have always been character or a trope or a concept that is slightly off-putting, drawing attention to things that we don't want to have attention drawn to it. Other. Clowns have always seemed very other as far as history of clowns. But that, you know, harlequins, jesters, it all comes from the same thing, which is say most clown, like when I think of clown girls, I think of harlequins more than anything. Not Harley Quinn. I think of, typically the makeup is not clown makeup, it's more of a harlequin's makeup. That's what comes to mind with me anyway. Whereas Pennywise is Jester-esque. I would say Jester-esque. Jester adjacent. I've never been to clown school. I'm not talking about from I'm not heavily educated on history of clowns, only enough to, you know, obsess about and learn about for X amount of time before my brain's just like, okay, that's enough about clowns. Do you think modern clown horror stems from John Wayne Gacy or something older than that? Older than that. So, I think he did. So, like, well, let me rephrase that. So, modern clown horror, yes. Modern clown horror, I would say, is very influenced by John Wayne Gacy, which, fuck John Wayne Gacy. Just utter piece of shit human being. I try to give most people a benefit of the doubt and even try to understand certain aspects, but nope, they're just literally every bit about that person sucked. Consistency. If you want a positive, it's consistently terrible. Yeah, I would say that clowns definitely a lot more horror tropes, like a horror clown, I'd say were probably more prevalent after John Wayne Gacy. But as far as horror, I think it goes back like, and not just clowns, but like modern clowns, yes. As far as a clown, jester, you know, harlequin kind of thing. That's been the harlequin, the jester, the clown has always been a, not so much horror, just other. It's just an other kind of trope that, I mean, fucking court jesters and shit, that it's the same kind of thing. But like, the very first thing that comes to mind for me when I think of like harlequins and I think of horror, I think of Mask of the Red Death. That's the first thing I think of every time. Which, and I'm pretty sure that they come in a harlequin mask. But I think that's the whole thing, the harlequin, because it's masked. It knows more about whatever situation they typically appear in than the viewer, the protagonist, the normal people, because it is of that other. We're gonna have to take these glasses off. We're gonna have to get real deep in there. What time is it? 8:52. Cool. I'm gonna raise my chair just a little bit. Let's get deep in there for these teethies. Okay, let me put my glasses on one more time and check, make sure. There we go. Now I'm gonna get it. We're gonna need a little bit more. Might have taken too much off. I didn't realize that there we go. We want that nice and flat. And we want to round it just a little bit. Smooth it out. Pull it down. That'll help us get the curve that we want on those teeth. We're going to go in from the top and push it forward. And then we're going to take the knife and we're going to go from the front. We might have to put a little more green stuff on there. No, we're good. That's good. Fuck, that's good. That looks fucked. So we want to cut a little bit of that dried super glue off there. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that. They're fucked looking. That's good. We'll zoom in, see if we can get this a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, so the bottom teeth, I think you can see. Yeah, you can see, there we go. See those nice pretty little teethies? That's awful. I'm happy with that. That is good. That angle right there, which is where we're gonna see it from, is very good. That's nasty. All right, top teeth. And then we're gonna go pee. Just a smidgen. grab my stabilizer. God damn it. First time actually looking at the stream, and holy shit, dude, that's fucking insane. Thank you. No, I'm really pleased. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. Looks pretty fucking good, right? I'm thinking so. Yeah, that's fun. 6 little teefies. All right, guys. I'm gonna take a quick break. Go pee. No, glad you guys like it. I'm really pleased with that. Man, I'm gonna have to get this light figured out though. So like that. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm really happy with that. Those look good. Yeah. Okay. Well, on that note, I'm gonna go pee. Boo doo 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 boo doo boo doo boo 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 boo. We're back.
relations. And when she comes, she's made of bronze and stone. And I'm just for antique, blood and bitter, angry bones. And when she comes, she's made of bronze and stone. And I'm just for antique, blood and bitter, angry bones. And when she comes, she's made of bronze and stone. And I'm just for teeth and blood and bitter, angry bones. And when she comes, she's made of bronze and stone. And I'm just for teeth and blood and bitter, angry bones.
And we're back. Bow, 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 bow. So, I'm pretty darn happy with all these little baby teefies, and I don't want to fuck them up. So, as much as I'm like, hey, let's work on more of that, I'm thinking that's a bad idea. Let's move that so the green stuff can cure. Unlock this. Push that in there. And you go over there, so no one can touch you. Actually, fuck that. We're going to put you over here, because I don't trust myself. I know who I am. I'm going to start doing something, something's going to fly off, it's going to hit those little teeth, and I'm going to throw away all that time. So, not doing that today. No, thank you. Who's next? Probably a chieftain, right? Not the chieftain, because we need to make a jaw. Who needs some sculpting done? Is anyone ready for sculpting, or does everybody needs teeth? Yeah, we're gonna probably. Fuck it. We're gonna work on the big bad. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get a piece of metal. Where are you? Here you are. So we want to put that back in the vise. We're gonna need a jaw. We're gonna get the same kind of thing we did yesterday. We might try to do some of those teeth that I was talking about yesterday now. So, right there. Let's see, how does that? So we need this to come down like that. Hello. Hi, Yuri. How are you? How was your day? Hope it was good. Thanks for popping in, even if you can't stay long. Or if you're just leaving immediately. That's okay too. I'm sculpting little teeth. Again. Again! And the front door is open. Again. I'm jealous. I wish I wasn't. Ah, you're in bed right now, and I'm good. Aw, fun. All snuggled up and ready to go to sleep. And good. Glad you had a good day. There we go. Let's switch here. You can finish my shift and I'll go crawl into bed. It's 10 p.m. here, yes. But it's Friday. Yay! Yeah, it's 9:16 a.m. here. And my day's just beginning. What details are you working on right now? So I'm working on a. Sorry, I just looked up. I'm working on the lower jaw for this, for our chieftain, for the leader of the group. So let me. Yep. Let me. So this guy that we were working on yesterday, or the other day, maybe not yesterday. Here we go. This is going to be its lower jaw. So I was getting those teeth in there. These little teethies. We want them to kind of right there. But it is very small, very fiddly. We want to bend it slightly like that. A little bit of an angle. Compound 45, perhaps. You're sculpting a lower jaw. I am. Bro, how much megapixels does your eyes have to see so small details in design perfectly? Patience for a person would be. So I've thought about this. I don't know if there's actually like, if that's how this works. I have better than 20/20 vision. So I can't see shit far away. When I take my glasses off, I can't read the screen. I can't read what this says now. However, I can see that perfectly. And the closer I get to it, the more I can really hyper focus on it. So I don't know. And that's part of the reason why I've never wanted to get LASIK. Also, welcome back, Shankly. But yeah, I don't know. My eyes would melt. I spec'd for hyper detail, like analysis, I guess, whenever I rolled up my character. Let's see. So this jawbone. Oh, we're the same. I can see clearly when people and things are near me, but when far away, it's all blurry. Yeah. Yeah. No, being nearsighted is not awesome, but it does have some perks. One of them is I think I see very well up close. That we need to get a little bit more of a bend on there. My brain is always in go fast mode. I feel that. My brain's always in go fast mode, but like this is, I guess, how I like kind of slow it down. Very zen-like for me. Looking at very small things has always been very, I don't know if calming is the word, but hyper-focusing on something like that, very small, gives me the dopamines. And of course we're sculpting a lower jaw. You can't just have no jaw, sillies. Now I'm sure that the question there is like, aren't you gonna just front one or use a bit? But I really want these teeth to be good and I want that jaw to be firm. So brass it is, babies. Pretty. No, bye, Shankly. Dumb and boring. No blinking challenge? Oh, Lord. I feel like I would lose. Right there. Yeah. So let's put a little groove for that to fit into. Sorry, trying to get the camera to stay where you all can see what I'm doing while I'm also constantly moving this thing around. Right here is where the mandible is going to go. Mandible fits right in there. Right here. Do a little dry fit. Okay. That's good. I'm excited about that. That's good. Okay. This is foil, right? Yeah, it's foil. No. Quit wiggling around. Actually, let's glue that on first. Trim it, and then we can glue that in there. That, I think, is the best order of operations. Okay, I'm going to snip this. Yeah, and while I am prone to overdoing things, the whole reason that I'm really trying to sculpt this is I want the detail to be stable, and also I don't want to get it, I don't want to work on something so long and then a quick little bump ruin everything. So that I really like using metal. As far as the brass is just a great detail, like material, just due to its structural integrity while allowing it to stay nice and thin. It's just a lot better than, say, like plastic art for certain applications. And this is definitely one of them. Anything like really detailed, really fiddly, as they say. second while this cures. Put a little more up here on the tops where we're going to connect it. Maybe it's just me, but the volume is really low. Okay, shit, sorry. I'll turn it up. I also might be kind of like talking quieter. Sorry about that. Fuck. Come on. I'll adjust that real quick. Oh, well, it is actually full volume. So maybe I just need to talk louder. Yeah, I cannot turn my volume up any higher. Yeah, I just need to talk louder, I think. Sorry about that. I am kind of mumbling, talking under my breath, so I will do better to enunciate and whatnot. Is that any better? Like now that I'm talking at like regular talking volume? Testing, testing, testing. Making sure you guys can hear me. But now I'm kind of getting back into my mumble. Alright, for real though, we're going to have to do something about the super glue sticking to me. So we're going to put the super glue on the part that I'm actually trying to connect it to. And then we're going to grab this thing and pick it up. Definitely better. It may have been fine for others. Okay, sorry about that. No, I definitely was quieter while I was trying to focus on getting that. So, sorry about that. But I will make sure that I am not just mumbling. Okay. Seriously though. Stop it. Get in the little groove. Hey, what do you know? That worked. Just needed me to get a little grumpy with it. And let's see, how does that look? That looks pretty damn good, I think. As far as the lower jaw or the mandible, yeah, I think that's good. And I think, yeah, okay, yeah, no, this is gonna be fucking sick. Okay. Let's get some zip kicker going though. Ooh, my foot's falling asleep. Fuck. Fuck. Not today. Yeah. There we go. Ba-da-da-da-da, 9:32. Hey. Hey, everybody, it's me. I'm the chieftain of the Cat Boys. Something like that. Is Zip Kicker the best accelerant? So it's my favorite. It's the one that if I'm going to buy some, that is the one that I buy. It has always been good. Like I've used it for decades at this point, but ever since I've used it, it's always had the same consistency. This is my least favorite. I'm not trying to throw Michigan Toy Soldiers Company under the bus, but I hate this one. It's almost completely full, and I don't use it because it is utterly inconsistent. And initially, I think the last time I bitched about this, Possum said maybe it's formulated to work just with theirs, but it says accelerator for all CA glues, 8 to 10 seconds. It's definitely not that reliable in my experience. So yeah, that looks pretty good. It looks like we got that locked in. I kind of want to see next to the body. Yeah. That's gonna be so good. Just a very, very angry kitty. The angriest kitty. I'm angry. Dad, where's my chow? That's what Theo would say if he was the chieftain. Is it in here? And then he would like open up a box full of wardstone. He'd be like, these are just rocks. Stupid rocks. Alright, I'm going to step away for a second, and then I'm going to get to the lower jaw. I mean, I feel like we got some pretty good progress. I got a lot done on the shaman, like as far as detail work goes. The teeth are looking really good on that one. I'm very, very pleased. Took a little bit, but, you know, things take time. I have to remind myself all the time, Rome was not built in a day. Neither were my cat boys. Thanks, I tend to cheap out and try to DIY everything, but I guess I'll bite the bullet on some zip kicker. I really recommend it. I think the only reason that the reason that I have the Michigan Toy Soldier one, I actually got that at Adepticon last year, I think. It was Adepticon 2024. And it's still almost completely full, so there we go. But I got that at Adepticon at a booth because I just needed any accelerator. And then I want to say maybe an hour later, Johnny was like, oh, hey man, you still looking for a zip kicker? I found a guy that's selling some. And I was like, well, shit, okay. So I went and bought a bottle of zip kicker, and I've since used that. This one I got from my local hobby shop. But I don't think it says it. Yeah, this was $8. This was, I don't know how much. Doesn't have a price on it, but it's worth it for me to do the $8. And I will. And I just did it just there. That is the single most upsetting thing that you will ever see out of a zip kicker. Is if it falls on its side. A lot of people, including myself, really like to just apply it using just the, I want to say the wick. I'm just going to call it the wick. This little tube. As opposed to spraying it, because when you spray it, it puts out a lot more than you're probably needing. With the exception of now, because it does not have enough in it to spray, now I'm using it like that, which is my preferred way. But until it gets to the point that I no longer have to fear I'm going to knock that over and spill it everywhere, I typically just use the spray these days, because I've knocked over too many bottles of Zip Kicker, and it's always upsetting because it's just like, son of a bitch, I need that. So yeah, that's my go-to. I like Crazy Glue for detail work, and then I like the absolute cheapest super glue that Amazon has for bulk. And like when I do bases, I add the texture to bases with super glue. That's the super glue I use for like 90% of everything I do, just because it's cheap and I can buy it in bulk. And I buy it like 50 to 100 tubes at a time, and I go through at least a couple a week. So these, I originally was using only Crazy Glue, but they are considerably more expensive. But my favorite thing about them is that it's just a very small tube. I don't have to worry about it going bad because I can't seal it, which is the biggest issue I have with any kind of super glue. Typically, that's set, so we're good to go. Let's do the thing. I'm not really going to be touching the green stuff at this point, so let's just go ahead and just use. Don't tell Nick. I don't have gloves on. Nobody tell him. I'm exclusively a super glue user, but I've never used an accelerant. It is wonderful. Trust me, Possum, you are gonna love it. if you ever have the desire to start. Super glue. I really like using an accelerant because of time. It just enables me to put something where I want it, super glue it real quick, and then it's set. And I can keep working. It also is really good for like this kind of stuff where I'm like, if I didn't have super glue accelerator to put on there, I would absolutely not be using my color shapers, because that's how you ruin them, is not letting the super glue cure entirely and then trying to sculpt on top. You're gonna get super glue, even just a smidgen on that. It's gonna, I think I'm mostly at a point where I use an adequate amount of glue and it sets very quickly. Oh yeah. Well then yeah, if you have no need for one, then you're good. It's not a, you gotta use this. You gotta do this to do the RedWetSkeleton style ones. That's not it at all. It's just, I use them a lot because it's very, I no longer flood the model and have the super glue not set immediately. Gotcha. Yeah, no. Typically, often it doesn't, I don't always need to use an accelerant. The key times that I use, also I'm sure the biomes would have contributed to this, I would assume. I can't stress enough, like that's the number one reason that I use these, is because they are small individual tubes that I can recap, and by the time that I've gotten everything out of here, it's already at the point that it's just like, okay, that is almost unusable because I have to keep cutting and keep opening it up, and by the time that it's really at the point that it's no longer a small little hole, it's just a completely like just blown out hole for super glue to just kind of pour out, which is not what I'm looking for. That's this kind of vein. Usually it's empty. I live in a chaparral. Yeah, I live in a swamp. Yeah, I live in a moist swampland that absolutely is like rolling dice on a weather generator every single day. I cannot stress enough. We had snow a couple days ago, then it was 85 degrees. Like Kentucky, man. Turns out when you settle in like a place that's like near a very big fucking river with mountains all around it, you're gonna have wild weather, dog. But yeah, so we're gonna start filling in around those little teepees. I'm gonna have a little wintergreen break here, stretch my leggies. I'm sleepy. I just want to go back to bed, but I'm not sleepy enough to go to sleep. So I know if I did, I would just wallow around for a little bit and then be like, I gotta get up and do shit. You know what I mean? That's how I do most of the days. And by most of the days, I mean all the days. I never really get back in bed until like I have to. Kelly loves taking naps. I love the idea of a nap, but sometimes it just feels like I would die if I actually was able to fall asleep. Brains, man, they're weird. Mine's real weird. But I'm good at sculpting little kitty teeth. So I got that going for me. Also, I'm pretty adorable. And hilarious, and everybody loves me. Okay. Naps were great when I worked part-time and had most of the day for me. Yeah. No, I wish my body and my brain liked naps. Grieblin is just doing it's not Grieblin, it's Grebo. Grebo is just making some of the weirdest little noises over there. Just like whispering. It's like Grebo's whispering. Sweet little nothings. It's like they are not sweet nothings. I'm working. respect you, Barnacle Man. I respect you, Barnacle Man. It's Barnacle Boy. I mean, man. Oh, just sculpting the inside of a mouth to our biggest cat boy. Working full time, it feels like a waste of my precious. That's it. That's it. Like, I am so perpetually aware of time and how much time I don't have that my brain is just like, we cannot afford to go to sleep right now, no matter what the situation is. So typically, if I take a nap, I have to be physically exhausted. Honestly, when I go to sleep, like, I have to be utterly exhausted. Wake up with the energy of 1,000 suns, fight to go to sleep. When I finally do get to sleep, I sleep like a corpse. There's only like certain noises that will wake me up. But there are definitely noises that it's just like, if I hear that, I'm awake. It doesn't matter how deep of a sleep I am. That's good. Little kitty teeth. Pokey. There we go. Okay. Now, as far as the teeth that go in between there, are we thinking... Dropped a knife, but hey, I didn't try to catch it with my foot. And that is progress. Because you know your boy loves trying to catch things with his feet. Not working. We're gonna have to kick things up a notch. These things will cut your fingers right off. Oh boy. There we go. There we go. Everyone talks a power nap, but that sounds like a scam by Big Nap. It really does. My wife takes some powerful naps. She can really just be like, I'm gonna take a nap. Bam. And then she's just like, all right, I'm ready to go. I'm just like, man, if only I had that ability, I'd be unstoppable. I'd get so much done. Wow. That's what the big kitty says. Alrighty. Teeth. 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 That's foil, right? That's foil. Ha ha ha. And yes, I absolutely could have tried to do that with the brass. I don't think it would have looked right though, because I'm trying to get the teeth right in the middle of those canines. So I want them to be kind of like inside that mouth part. Power naps are like when I fall asleep for 2 minutes and then jolt awake and can't sleep for another 4 hours because my body's flooded with adrenaline. Yes. Just, oh shit, I think I almost fell asleep there. I must be really tired. Well, time to not go to sleep for another couple hours. I know all about those feels. They're awful. They're the worst feels. Come here, you. Boop. 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 All right. Hey, we got it. Got it in almost one. And all it took was some obsessive planning and dedication. Yeah, it's already sealing up. That good Kentucky weather, baby. There we go. Let's go ahead and put the super glue down here. That way it does not accidentally get stuck to our tweezers or a piece of metal, thereby keeping it from going where we want it, like it has been doing. Okay. Nope. Not that way. This is where I'm like, I should have just done it with brass. Damn foil. But it's all good. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, we've just lost a little small piece of the backing of that. Yeah, I fucked this up. There we go. Power naps work, yeah. Okay. Scrape that super glue off our tweezers. Son of a bitch. Where did that go? Alright, we're going to do this the other way. Did it go in the vise? I think it did. Nope. Nope, that's it. Seriously? Okay. Fuck this. We're going to do this again, but this time I'm not going to fuck up. I'm going to cut that right there, right there, right there. Yeah, with it being foil versus brass, it's a lot harder to get it to be exactly the shape that I want and then not fuck up whenever we get in there. And I don't want to use too much super glue because that is going to... Okay. That's all we need to do. Okay. We're gonna zip kicker that son of a bitch. There we go. And now we're done. Now we don't have to fuck with that anymore. And then we can turn around. And because that is now in there, we can cut that how we are wanting it. Well, that's stupid, Eli. Now we are going to take our knife and we're just going to cut the foil to better fit the mouth like we were wanting it. The other one would have been better, but it's fine. Ain't nobody got time for all that shit. That'll be good. All right. So, with all that done, it is now 9:59. Damn. Okay. Well, I mean, I got that one head. It's pretty much pretty much really locked in. So I just got to do the horns and a little bit more detailing, and then that one's going to be good. This one, we've already got the lower jaw. It is November 20th. We're good. We're good on time. On that note, though, I think I am probably going to end here, just because it is 9:59. It's almost 10 o'clock. And I will put this green stuff into the fridge. I need to remember that so it doesn't go bad. It's not too much, so it should still be usable. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end here. I'm going to do roll call. Thank you guys so much. Roz, Possum, Adam Mules, Shankly, and Yuri, and USA Libertarian. Yeah, I think that's everybody. Thank you guys so much for keeping me company. Seriously, I say it every day. I keep saying it. Your time is the most valuable thing that you have. The fact that you want to spend any of it at all with me truly means the world to me. It really does. So until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and always sit pretty. Be proud of who you are. So tonight, 7 o'clock, we're going to do a evening hobby hang. So it'll be nighttime Eli. Hopefully he will be well behaved. I would like to play more 49 Doom, but I need to get the studio finished being set up. So yeah, evening hobby hang tonight. We're probably going to work on our Necropolis warband. So I have to have that done by this weekend. So we're going to get at least one of those done. We're going to do a lot of that tonight, as long as I don't get too distracted and just yap. But I might just yap. We'll see. I never know how that's going to go whenever we do evening hangs. But yeah, as always, if you want to support me, you can find the link to the fourth wall in the description. You can like, subscribe, all that jazz. You all know the ins and outs. I try not to push that, but all the little subscriptions and likes, they do make a difference. I've got people popping in wanting to donate and whatnot, but I don't have enough people to actually get that feature added from YouTube. So every little bit goes a long way. But enough rant, enough plugs. Thank you guys so much for your time. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for keeping me company. I will see you all either tomorrow or this evening, whichever one, or whenever you all can again. But I'll be here this evening. So until then, take care. Bye, friends. Just kind of got on a loop there. Thanks for hanging out. 7 Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. Hobby hang. Okay. Now I'm done. I think that's everything. My brain, I'm tired. I need a nap. Love you guys. Bye, friends.